Hello Aries, welcome back to Bunny Cat's Oracle, or welcome for the first time ever in life if it's your first time. Great to have you here today. I'm going to be doing a general tarot reading for October 2020. As usual, I will start with the lighting of a candle and say a little prayer for all who clicked on this video today. I pray that you're healthy, that you're happy, that all your best wishes are coming true, and that you and your loved ones are safe. We'll just put this aside and we'll get started. For those of you who want to skip through the shuffling and start right, at the beginning of the reading without all this fussing around, I will put the timestamp below in the description box, and I won't be offended if you do, but I do like to shuffle with you here on the channel so I can kind of get into your energy. So, what messages do we have for Aries for the month of October 2020. Oh, that popped out. Love. Oh, somebody's got love on the brain. I'm going to put it back in, but I just want to make a note of that. Messages for Aries, October 2020. What does Aries need to know? Temperance. Somebody's doing some healing. Aries, 2020, October. Ooh. Missing somebody, eh? Okay. Well, putting them all back in the deck. Seems like this deck has a lot to say. It also seems like it's a little bit too big for my hands. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. All right. Now we're going to be using 3 decks here. This is the Cat Tarot. I'm going to do another line here with my unicorn playing cards. Messages do we have for Aries 2020, October 2020. Ooh. Lots of love, Aries. You got lots of love on the brain. You seem to have a lot of love around you from the cards that are trying to jump out so far as I can tell. All right, Aries, what do we got for you in October 2020? Oh dear, ghosts. October 2020. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn these guys right side up. I like my unicorns being right side up. Okay, and then one last line. We're going to be using the Wonderland Tarot again. What messages do we have for Aries for October 2020? What do we got? Messages for Aries, October 2020. Who's trying to come out there? The Empress. I feel you guys have a woman on your mind. Somebody you're trying to manifest back into your life. Well, I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see what we got here. Okay. Let's go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to fix these a little bit. I get it. You don't want to spend all your time watching me shuffle and set it up. It's okay. It's okay. Wonder how many people actually stick around for this part. It's like watching your super anal friend organize her Tupperware. Got that vibe going on today. Okay. So what we're going to be looking at today, my Aryan friends, my Aries friends. This is not the meaning we're going for. We're going to be looking at your present energy for the month of October. We're going to be looking at your past influences or events that are still affecting you. We're going to look at what's motivating you in this line over here. We're going to look at your future energy as well as some advice. Okay, so let's start with door number 1. What do we have in your present energy? We have the 2 of Cups. Of course we do. Love. We've got the 6 of Diamonds. And we have the 8 of Swords. So 6 of Diamonds smack dab in the middle is actually a really lucky card, and I feel like this is a lucky month for you. This card is associated with inheritances, with sudden money, a win. Could be winning a contest or winning a lottery or getting some sort of bonus, like some sort of extra money, like you've got more than enough, you've got enough to share. You obviously have somebody on your mind that you want to share it with. You may be in love, you may be really enjoying your relationship. You may be thinking about someone else whom you love that you'd like to have in your life. The card of 8 of Swords down here, I'm sorry, it's the card of fear, feeling trapped or feeling entangled. I can't help but think you've got love on the mind because There's maybe somebody that you want to connect with, but you feel like you can't for some reason, feeling entangled somehow, whether this is somebody who's in a relationship with somebody else, or maybe you are, or you feel like, the time isn't right. Maybe it's the coronavirus. There's something kind of preventing you from getting to this person, but you're definitely in this lovey-dovey energy and looking really lucky. So when this card shows up, the Eight of Swords, it's generally like an illusion, Swords are clouds. They represent thoughts and air. It's temporary. It's not real. It's mostly in your head. If you feel trapped in some sort of way, you probably aren't. I'm sure that there is a way for you to connect with your love. You may not see it, or you may not be willing. You may not be able to hug them and kiss them, but you could certainly call them up, right? You could certainly go on a socially distant walk with them. There are plenty of options, but you're sort of acting like you're trapped, like you can't take a step forward. So wonder what that's about. We're going to look at your recent past energy here. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Two of Clubs. And we have the card of Temperance. Interesting. I can't help but feel like you were maybe wanting to escape. This card makes me think of escapism, the Eight of Cups here. Somebody, this cat has a bunch of dirty dishes in the sink, and he's just pawing at the water. It can be about like smoking too much, drinking too much, that kind of thing. But it can also be about, wanting to leave, like wanting to run away, wanting to leave a situation that isn't emotionally fulfilling, or actually leaving, right? And the Two of Clubs is about a choice, making a choice and moving on it. So you may have made a choice recently to leave a situation that wasn't fulfilling for you. Or you may have made a choice to stay in a situation and to not act on something else, and had this vibe of like feeling a little bit escapist about it. Like, what do I mean by that? If you had chose to stay in a particular relationship and not to pursue someone else that you really love, but you're still thinking about them, so you're drinking wine instead and thinking about them and not acting on calling them. Do you know what I mean? Like, that could be playing out for you. Not necessarily, though. Some of you have left a situation recently. Some of you have chosen not to. There is this Temperance card here, though. This is a beautiful card. It's about healing. It's also about learning from the past, combining the knowledge of the past with the opportunities of the present to create a beautiful future. There's this kind of merging of energies and experiences. There's this healing water in this image, and the sun rising and shining in the distance, and all these flowers and all this greenery. There's so much opportunity. There's so much healing available. This is beautiful. This is, it seems like you've come out of this situation recently in the past where you maybe weren't feeling so positive with the Eight of Cups emotionally, and you've kind of recognized that and started this sort of healing process. You may have even gone on a trip. Some of you went on a trip and spent a lot of time around water, maybe like around a lake or like an ocean, and have kind of just put yourself into a much better place emotionally. Sometimes you just need to get out of your situation in order to feel better mentally. And maybe you weren't able to go really far. Maybe it was just somewhere within your own country or province, that was really healing. So this is really nice. Let's look at what's motivating you. We got the Three of Wands. We've got the Seven of Clubs. Oh, we've got the Ten of Diamonds. Okay, well, not surprising, you are motivated by money and wealth. And this showing up in your card tells me you're in it to win it. You're really thinking about your money a lot right now. You're also standing up for yourself, having clear boundaries. Something about people invading your boundaries or taking too much or crossing a moral line with you. You may have been like, no, you know what? I'm not doing things this way. If you can't do things this way, then like it's not happening. I'm really getting a strong sense of like just somebody's traditional views and values here somehow factoring in. You're wanting to do things the right way. Three of Wands is a card of opportunity, and I'm getting a cheeky vibe off of this. I gotta say, when I laid it down, I was like, I don't know. The way that this cat is looking at me over here and like playing with this ribbon, I'm getting a kind of romantic sort of playful vibe, passionate vibe, which is weird because this card to me It is about work. It's about opportunities to, share your vision with the world. It can be overseas opportunities in a pandemic. That might be communicating with people online, reaching a worldwide audience. This is supposed to be like ship sails in the background here on the wallpaper, these little triangles. I don't know if you can see them, and there's like, looking at your ships coming in behind you, but also turning around and seeing how far you've come. So that's kind of the message of the card. And you may be really wanting to expand and reach a lot of people and build a serious legacy for yourself. Sorry, there's some soot in my finger from the candle. But I'm also getting the sense that you want to be seen by one person in particular. This card has you being seen by a lot of people, but it's almost like if you're putting yourself out there and getting the attention of a lot of people, there's one particular person who's going to pay attention. And you're not reaching out to them directly, you're doing it in more of a roundabout way. Like maybe making a name for yourself, like in the media somehow, or even like in social media, and just showing what you're doing, and you're hoping there's one particular person that's going to notice, I can't help but feel that. But there's another part of you, like it's like you want to get somebody's attention, but you also want to do things like the right way. Like there's somebody maybe that you are very, very attracted to. You maybe even love them, but they may be entangled in another situation. And you really want to get their attention, but you want them to not be in this situation. Like you don't want to be a side piece. So it's kind of like a conflicting energy. Like I can't be with you, but I still want to get your attention, It's a little bit playful, a little bit mischievous, but I can't blame you. I gotta say, I don't know. Let me know if that resonates. Interesting. Let's look at what's coming in the near future for you. Oh, I've got the sun. Oh, perfect. So much happiness and joy. I've got the 5 of diamonds, and I've got the King of Hats. So I feel really, really, really good vibes here. When the sun shines in your reading, it overpowers any negative influences. So any of these fears or anything that's holding you back, you have so much joy available to you. And you must only turn your face towards the sun, like these sunflowers here. Sunflowers always turn their faces towards the sun. And they're such a strong flower, so hardy, they grow so tall, so strong, and they can withstand, so much. So it's a really, really positive, joyful influence coming in. I love that for you. I also am getting this sense of friendship. 5 of diamonds in the playing card deck. It's about supportive friendships, people who are there for you, like through thick and through thin kind of thing. Even when you feel like nobody's there for you, like there's somebody there for you. And it might even be this person, or this could be your energy. So take it how it resonates. This is the King of Hearts, and this is somebody who's emotionally mature, pretty deep, someone you can have a really deep, meaningful conversation with. Very supportive, caring, compassionate. Someone who has overcome a lot of emotional stuff. So they've kind of gotten to a place where they're not really dramatic, but they're very understanding, of what you may be thinking and feeling. So it's someone you can be really real with. It could be a water sign, so Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but it doesn't have to be. Just somebody with those qualities, very mature. Or it's you that is taking on these qualities. So this could be you may be coming to a place in your life where you are maturing emotionally and getting in touch with your feelings, and not letting your feelings, get the best of you, right? Somebody who maybe got angry a lot and would kind of pop off in the past, maybe you're learning to kind of not react like that, and maybe just take a minute to breathe. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. Let me know. This is incredibly positive, though. It's like the most positive card in the deck here, the Sun. And I see you having a good friend, so I love that. I'm going to look at your advice now. What advice do we have? We have the 8 of Swords again. How is it even possible? We have the 8 of Swords again. And then we have the Tower. Okay. Now, this is the same card we got over here. Okay, so it's come up twice, and the Tower is sort of a sudden change, a movement, a falling out. I can't help but think, the cards are wanting me to tell you that you're not as stuck as you think you are. Like, I can't make this up, okay? You got this card 3 times, which is weird, because you've got this sun shining in your reading, and bringing so much happiness and joy. And then you've got these 3 repeat cards about you feeling fear and trapped and entangled. But look at this cat in this image, okay? He's acting so dramatic. Like, he's all wrapped up in toilet paper. Oh no, I'm stuck. Well, you can't actually be stuck in toilet paper, because all you got to do is just break free, and it's actually so easy. The message of this card is that you're not as trapped as you think you are. Psychologically, there's a part of you that feels trapped in some situation. And the tower is here to say break free. This is breaking free, a revelation. It seems shocking and it seems intense, but it feels to me like this energy is not going to be leaving you anytime soon unless you leave the situation that's making you feel that way. I can't help but think of a relationship. You know, why do you have the love card right up at the top of your reading and then the fear card right underneath? Are you feeling trapped in a relationship that has run its course? Do you feel like somebody else is trying to move things ahead too quickly, and you're just trying to stop and smell the roses, and you maybe don't want to be going the same place that they're trying to go to, or at the same pace maybe? So that's not going to apply to everyone exactly the same way. For some of you, you know, it could be like your living circumstances. It might not be a relationship. It might be a job that you hate and that you think that you can never get out of, but that's all in your head. You may want to look at, why are you feeling that way? Why do you feel powerless? You're absolutely not powerless. You've got the Sun, you've got the 10 of Diamonds, you've got this Temperance card here. You're not. You're very powerful, and you seem to be very lucky as well. So whatever it is that you think is holding back is something that you absolutely can overcome, and you can make some moves here and overcome it. And I feel there's a lot to be learned in the situation with this maturity of this King of Hats showing up here, okay? You are in charge of your life, my dear Aries friends, and you have so much joy coming in. Don't forget that you have the Sun, and the Sun outshines any negative influences. The Sun outshines any darkness, right? Isn't it weird that there's like a shadow coming in over here on these cards, but then like the Sun is here trying to shine on them? I'm going to take an oracle card for you from the Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light oracle decks, just to close out your reading, because these are just really lovely and they always have some cool message. Okay, so what oracle message do we have for Aries for October 2020? What messages do we have for Aries October 2020? What do we have? Oh, this seems to be sticking in my hand. This one or this one? I'm going to take this one. Star Mother. Can you mother yourself? This is interesting. And I can't help but feel that there's a male watching this, but could be for a female as well. This is motherly energy here. It's actually making me think of the Empress, but the message is, how can you mother yourself? It's almost like, and it's making me think of these cards about you feeling trapped. Are you feeling trapped and entangled with a female in a situation that provides a motherly influence for you, but that isn't really necessary in your life? That sounds so harsh when I say it like that somebody's not necessary. But if they're causing you more anguish than happiness, then, you know, maybe they aren't, right? Like maybe you can give to yourself what you think you need from others in terms of mothering. You can care for yourself. You can care for your emotional needs. You can do self-care. You can run yourself a hot bath and put yourself to bed early and force yourself to stick to a solid routine and to eat healthy foods, and you don't need to rely on somebody else for you. I do feel there's some aspect of you, and I feel like it's in your heart, that requires some healing, and you need to look deeply and ask yourself, what is it that you need, and what is it that would make you feel better to heal this wound? Because it is within you. You don't need to rely on other people for that. I actually want to take one more. I felt this one might want to come out too. Break the chain. Ooh. This says ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. Wow. So that's pretty direct. There's some kind of pattern. And when I hear break the chain, I actually think of the tower. It's about knocking down the tower, switching things up, doing the unexpected. So I can't help but feel that somebody is in some sort of situation that they feel like they should be there, like they can't be there, but They don't have to be there. You know, it's your life. It's your life. You don't want to be 80 and looking back and going, wow, I should have really done this, this, and this. But, you know, my friends and my family were all doing this, and they all said that I should do this. And, you know, like, you don't, no, like, don't. Like, it's your life. You do what you want. And you don't have to be in a situation you don't want to be in. You don't have to keep going with habits that are not serving you. And there's a strong message of healing here, the Temperance card up here and the Star Mother. So Aries, it seems like October is going to be a really good month. On the one hand, like, there's some really, really happy feelings coming in. There's a ton of joy available for you, but there's also a lot of healing that needs to be done. And there may be a difficult change, you know, that you need to initiate. And my advice to you is don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to make those changes that you feel that you need to make to put yourself in a better place. Don't be afraid to take chances on your life and live your own life, right? What's the worst that can happen? I think it's going to be a great month for you, Aries. I hope that this was helpful somehow, or you know, at least entertaining. Again, I'm just here to entertain you. I don't actually predict the future. You make your own future. I'd love to hear about it if this resonated with you on any level. If you want to give me a like, you know, I'd certainly appreciate it, but I can't make you. Thanks again for joining me here today, Aries. It's great to have you, and I hope you have an excellent month if I don't see you or speak with you again before the month's end, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye.